What is up, dudes and dudettes and all the demons in between? Hail Satan. My boyfriend, a couple of hours ago, informed me of something that is very, very, very disturbing. If Montreal becomes a little bit of a ghost city, I will not complain. I won't complain, but what I will do is complain about this bullshit, and all of you Anglophones that keep saying Montreal should be its own city-state, find a Giuliani, shut the fuck up, or shove this idea up your ass. You'll see why. Montreal want assault weapons ban before buyback program starts. Montreal, how many times do you have to continue to go over this fucking bullshit? You keep shooting yourself in the foot and wonder why you keep bleeding. You also wonder why that some of us women are very vocal about our rights to defend ourselves. We can't even use pepper spray. Why is the government deciding what's a good mental illness, what's a bad one at the the level of how severe it is? Why is it up to the number uno? Why do we need a registration? We don't need registration. Canada, you guys don't have a long gun registry, but Quebec has been stupid enough to actually fucking do that. How many millions wasted down the fucking shitter to maintain a fucking list? When I'm already in the goddamn system and the RCMP know who I am regardless. Even probably as I make this fucking video. We don't need a registry. It's clearly not stopped anything. But for my handguns, yeah, those are on a registry too. Want assault weapons. AR-15s are not assault weapons. AR stands for Armalite. Okay? Not assault. That's the brand, that's the name, and just because they look fucking scary, who gives a fuck? No one's forcing you to get the gun, and I want my guns to look scary. I want it to look intimidating to you people because I want to have them. Okay? It's called freedom. It's called liberty. You guys don't own the right to force me to not have firearms, and I don't have the right to force you to go get it. Nobody gave a shit when Hummers were a thing. They look like they're military style and they could assault people. But those aren't a thing anymore. Now they kind of look like your average EV Tesla or your moving garbage truck. The Vagina Monologues is urging the federal government to implement water gun control measures. Why? Cuban phobia is already unpopular amongst a plethora of people. So, and you guys haven't noticed by now, guns are not reserved for conservatives. Let's get this dichotomy out of the way. You have libertarians that like guns too. That loser, that pretty boy, has people in his caucus that probably like firearms, and that bullshit is going to affect them too. So everybody doesn't give a fuck until it affects them. So I'm pretty sure that people that are cops, people that are in the RCMP, the SQ, whatever the fucking case is, are going to be, in a broad sense, being very, very fucked over for this bullshit. We don't need gun control. We need constitutional carry is what we need. You haven't made it. We don't want Canada to be like the United States. Sure we do. I want Canada. If Canada has to continue to exist, which it's not going to be so easy to abolish, but maybe not Canada. But Canada should be abolished, okay? At least here in Quebec, let's make Quebec more like America. I don't give a fuck if you guys don't like that. Too bad, so sad for you. Let's make Montreal more like the United States. Or some fucking city out in the in a county. Stand your ground laws, castle doctrine, duty to retreat is more of a blue city thing. You know, all that good shit. We don't need registries. We don't need permits. You actually do need training to go to the fucking Rangers. See, that I agree with. But to have all these irrelevant things is not gonna fly with some of us. The call comes nearly 2 weeks before Montreal marks the 35 years since the École Polytechnique massacre, which killed 14 women and injured many more. So we're calling on for this thing that happened 35 years ago. When did Dawson College shooting happen? Probably around the same time, maybe back in October, November in 2006. I would know. I heard all about it. Rumors were flying in my high school saying the school's gonna get shot up. I remember that. Oh yeah, I had a lot of anxiety that fucking day. But it's an arbitrary thing. Just take your pick. Let's just pick out from a little triage what day we're gonna start doing a lot more gun control. Dawson College, not so much, because that didn't really garner too much attention compared to Polytechnique. Okay, that works on the script. That fits the narrative beautifully. Checkmate, let's do it. The vagina monologue says the city wants a total ban. Here's our deal. If we have to. Meanwhile, this is how I am. If I had to impose something, clearly I'm not gonna do it because fuck you. That's why I'm a mischievous bitch. You guys have to get rid of all your private security. All of yous out there in Montreal City Hall who are your elected representatives, no more private security for you. How's that? Can we make a deal? You guys can make that deal, but I know I'm not gonna go through with it because I'm not stupid. She wants the city to put a total ban on all assault weapons, which you don't know what that means, before the launch of Canada's firearms buyback program this fall. It's not gonna work. Now, if those Canadians feel compelled to go do that, then you guys are idiots. No, I'm calling a spade a fucking spade. You guys are fucking morons, and I say good luck to you. Okay? Because Cuban Fabio knows, or at least has some inkling, or he just doesn't give a fuck. But a lot of people don't like that douchebag. Nobody likes that douchey McDouche pretty boy anymore. So they have to put in a whole bunch of these draconian measures before he gets out of office. Or he's voted out. Once again, if this was my way, that motherfucker would have been forced out of office ages ago. But Canadians have not learned their lesson because we have to be fair and democratic. We have to go about it the right way. Yours, maiden, is a little bit too much on the vigilante side. Well, excuse me for playing the same card as Cuban Fabio. That motherfucker put you all under house arrest. My body, my choice. We need more feminist men. All that bullshit. But yet, fuck you, maiden. Fuck you and your firearm rights. I just think it makes sense to have a complete list before we move forward and knowing how the gun industry adapts. The gun industry is being choked to fucking death. You're literally acting like a fascist. You're acting all fascistic. You cannot give gun owners a fucking break. But if you are serious about this, no more private security for you. Too bad, so sad. If you're actually going to talk the talk, walk the fucking walk, you vagina monologues, go fucking do it. The mayor and advocates say that Canada's public safety minister, LeBlanc, previously proposed a wider ban by December 6th. This guy never took a firearm safety course in his fucking life. He was never a police officer as far as I'm concerned. I could be wrong on that. And you put a fucking noob and a loser as safety minister for that project. It doesn't look too good now. And even if, let's say, he was in the police academy or something, and you wanna go and do this, is very insidious. Okay? On that day, 1989, Nathalie Prevost survived the massacre that killed 14 of her classmates. 35 years ago. 35 fucking years ago. Why didn't you guys call for a bigger and wider and harsh ban when Dawson College fucking happened? Or at least something akin to it. I don't remember the fucking date, but I remember it was like really late in the year. In 2006. And 2007, Law 9 came to pass. And since then until now, it's done absolutely nothing but be nothing but a cash grab. You don't go to the shooting range for one fucking year, you gotta redo that open book test and pay for it every goddamn time. Yeah, firearm owners here in Quebec are very treated well. Very, very, we're on the top tier list. Maybe not a hit list, but, a cautionary tale list. Fucking idiots, man. She says, tighter gun laws are long overdue. You are literally suffocating this group of fucking people. The sooner the better. It's really, really, really important. There may be, in any time, an election. After a massacre, you turn it into an activistic bullshit. What you want to do is arm women, not disarm them. Because for 35 fucking years, all I've been hearing was the shooter was a misogynistic, sexist prick. That's why he only went after women. So, don't you think you're gonna have to go after the fucking criminals and arm women? A woman with a firearm is a powerful woman. I don't think you guys fucking realize that I feel powerful with weapons in my hands. Oh my god, it feels fucking great. I have literal firepower in my hands. Yeah. Oh, and you guys are afraid of the assault weapons. They look so intimidating. That's okay. That's fine that Blackie Lawless looks intimidating. It's fine that Blitz and Sticks looks intimidating. It's fine that I look intimidating. And I also really don't mind if what my message is saying right now intimidates you. Because my message is one where you don't fuck around with certain people. Because what have we seen in history when you disarm a population? What happens when you disarm a population? You guys tell me. See, guys, we love history. We need to learn from it, otherwise we're doomed to repeat it. Because we all know that this isn't about the public safety. It's not about public safety. It's about controlling your behavior where you have the lack of fucking safety. Hey, again, we don't have, literally, as far as I'm aware, duty to retreat. But yet, it's kind of an expectation. And you have to prove that your life is in danger. Well, bitch, it only takes about 7 seconds between life or death when in that moment. What do you want me to do? It's fight, flight, or fucking freeze. What do you want me to do? I have every right to protect my private property and things that I own. I don't think guys, you will never fucking realize how this is such a dangerous precedent that you guys are putting us all under, okay? Tirana getting that 300% gun violence increase in 2017 is a huge fucking wake-up call. This isn't just some buttfuck city in Canada. This is fucking Tirana. I remember making a video about it and making fun of you guys. Alright? I brought up the joke in Toronto, life's a joke, death is the punchline. It still applies here too. I know, right? There's just certain things that are kind of universal. No matter how much you want to keep slicing and dicing the obvious away, those trends will still fucking appear. Because why? Death happens. And by the way, just call the cops. Call the cops. You don't realize how much public perception of the cops are not very much in great honor these days, huh? Yeah, you still want to call the cops? See how practical that is if you're living out in buttfuck Alberta, or buttfuck BC, or buttfuck Quebec. Cause that's gonna be very practical, very good for you. The federal government has banned nearly 2,000 assault-style firearms and their variants. 2,000? That's it? These 2,000, who do they belong to? Are they from criminals or private citizens? And once again, let us stop using assault-style firearms. My car looks like it could assault you as well. You're not banning my car just yet. Okay? Because this is arbitrary. The goal is to begin recovering them from retailers in the coming weeks. So you went after the handguns, which are easy to conceal and carry. So that didn't solve any problems other than creating more of them. Criminals are more emboldened. And it's not going to stop carjackings and gangs, none of that. How is that any different than, let's say, with a rifle? I'm waiting. I'm fucking waiting. Again, I know I'm speaking too much logic here. I know this. I know it's all political. I know I'm speaking with too much logic. But again, what is this gonna fucking solve? Because this really does piss me off, because I can't just go like a normal human being and just take my firearms and just go down to the range without there being any convolution or any conflicts in my path. How much of this are you willing to tolerate? When I said, now that Trump is back in office, the vibe has definitely shifted. The vibe is definitely different. I'm not tolerating your bullshit anymore. And if it seems like I'm going off extremely hard, being very passionate, I don't give two fucks if you guys are turned off by that. I really don't. I don't give two shits. I'm not giving you my guns. It's not happening. The outcry was so great the last time, guess what? It's probably going to come back to haunt you the second time. Or the 10 millionth time, because I'm not giving you guys my shit. This is fascism. And you guys are also acting like Nazis. I thought we don't like Nazis. Interesting how that shit works. By spring of 2025, owners can either sell their guns to the government or store them, not to be used or transported. By the end of October of 2025, owners can be held criminally liable unless their guns can't be used. I am going to ignore these so-called measures. I am not going to allow you to tell me what to do with my own firearms. My firearms have never killed anybody because it's not the guns that are the problem, it's the person who's wielding it. There's literally trigger locks on it, and it's under a locking key. I cannot go anywhere other than the shooting range. I'm not giving them to you. I am not a fucking criminal. Again, how many fucking times do we have to have this conversation? And also, again, just to, because I know people are going to get very spooked out by this whole fucking thing because it's a boogeyman. Guns be scary, but so far I haven't been shot at. I've been in a car accident at least like 3 to 4 times since the age of 19. Again, that whole statistic of you being in a car accident 3 times more likely is an actual fact because I lived it. Laws are arbitrary. They don't make sense. Remember during the pandemic, any store that is more than 1,500 square feet have to start asking clients to show their VPass. Anything smaller than that, no, don't worry about it. What? That's odd. And I would love to hear what the cartoon gun is going to do. He's so going to get rid of all of these gun infringements. Am I right, guys? Is he going to make Canada great again and making it more free by abolishing all of these gun control measures? Oh, I really want to see. Also, in attendance for the city's call to action were representatives of victims' families and members of the group Not Here, a student movement for gun control. Who's funding you assholes? I didn't look these guys up. Who's funding you? Which NGO, which invisible billionaire is funding your ass? I'd like to know. Because it's like this every fucking year. Or every couple of years. It's the same song and dance. Since hundreds of models are not banned, the people would just simply have to turn around and buy what is effectively the same gun, but just if it's a different make, said the group's spokesperson, Gabriel Combi. It is not up to you to decide which guns should all look the same, which ones should be different. That's not up to you. Once again, folks, we literally went through a pandemic where the government decided which jobs were essential and what ain't. We are not going to start doing this with our firearms. If you haven't learned what was going on in history and why the Second Amendment is so much, why America, in this sense, is so much more superior than Canada. Yes, Canada should be more like America. Quebec should be more like America. Montreal should be more like American cities that are not blue. CTV as Canada's Ministry of Public Security, that should also be abolished. If it would consider a complete ban on assault-style firearms, again, I've been through the fucking system. I'm literally in the system. I literally had to give my ID, my full name, my address, even the color of my fucking eyes, and my height on the application that's now in the fucking database. The RCMP know who I am. With those little intimate details. What type of gun I have. What class it's in. Whatever. Every time I go to the shooting range, it shows me the history logs, how many times I've gone, what time I went, what time I signed out, all of that good shit. I hate this fucking country. I hate it. A spokesperson said the ministry is focused on the launch of the buyback program this fall. Fall was over 2 months ago. We're like almost a month away into winter. So I say good luck because I'm not giving you my guns. Okay? I'm not giving you my guns. You can't. And listen, don't even look at it. Don't even taste it. Don't even try to bite it. Because I'm going to do those back to you and it's not going to feel very pretty. But all this to say, Montreal, you can go fuck yourself. You have a plethora of problems and the firearms, well, going after private citizens are not one of them. You're wrong. You are wrong. You know what this is? Tyrannical, draconian, beyond a mistake, criminal and evil. I don't use evil often, but you guys are making a huge fucking mistake. Mark my words, Montreal is not as safe as you guys think. And I don't give a fuck. If you guys feel so safe you want to leave your locks to your cars and your house unlocked, by all means, that's yours, not mine. You guys get to do what you want. But if your shit gets fucking stolen, or you get attacked and you have no weapons or no great equalizers, then what are you gonna do? I'll be over here laughing my fucking ass off saying, told you so, fuck you, I was right, and you all could go eat a dick. Because I saw the train wreck coming before the train wreck even showed up. Big mistake. You guys will regret it. Peace out.